You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, on Alternative Talk 1150 AM. Now, back to the show with local mortgage expert, Tina Mitchell.
You are listening to The Money Hour on 1150 AM KKNW, the Saturday, November 5th show. You can also listen to my show podcast, Facebook premiere, or you can catch my show on my show YouTube channel. In addition, for more information on events that I have, you can go to tinamitchellevents.com. I am your host and your local mortgage expert, Tina Mitchell. I am here to help you build a strong financial blueprint 1 week and 1 show at a time. If you're hearing my show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast. I'm here to answer any questions or to connect you with the guests that I have on the show. Please call the show at 1-855-400-1150, or you can go online to themoneyhour.com. And now in studio, Aaron Deines of Aaron Deines Voice Talent LLC, right here on 1150 AM KKNW. Aaron, really excited to have a individual conversation with you and about your business. And let's go ahead and start out with a little bit more. We talked about this a little bit in the panel conversation, but share how you got into voice acting.
Well, like a lot of people, you get kind of stuck in a rut in the career part of life, and you think, what am I going to do? I don't like what I'm doing. It's not fulfilling, and it's because, as the most entrepreneurs' stories go, I was working for somebody and I didn't want to work for somebody. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I've always been in the theater most of my life, and talking is something that comes naturally. And I just thought, let's really, really jump into, head first, the voiceover industry. Because, acting in plays is fun, doing, TV commercials here and there is fun, but it's not a great way to make money. Uh-huh. Being a voice actor, there are so many different niches and ways you can, create and just do things and just to work. So I felt that was the best route for me. So I took months and months of training, continuing now. You're always learning, like with any industry, and just trying to be the best I can be.
Yeah, that's great. Well, congratulations again in making the move and the step in to obviously something that you're passionate about and great at doing. That's really exciting to see. So share a little bit about so you have one child?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mira.
Oh, that's a beautiful name.
I think so.
So share a little bit more about her.
She is going to be 3 in January. She, like most parents, think she's the best.
Of course. Does she have red hair like you do?
The smartest, the cutest. Thankfully, my hair is not as red as it looks here.
Okay.
I mean, maybe that's bad. I don't know. My brother, he's the one with the red hair. Uh-huh. But no, she has just a beautiful, kind of blonde, brown, reddish kind of thing going on. It's a bunch of different stuff at once, and she's adorable. We just had family pictures taken, so we just got those back, so we're very excited. And she's starting preschool, and she's the best.
Well, what a fun journey to be on. Yeah, we just had our first grandchild. She's 2 years old. So really excited, to be such a big part of her life. Children are the best and grandchildren are the second best. All right. So where can your kids' book readings be found?
On YouTube. And it used to be that when a person had a YouTube channel, you'd get some convoluted link with a bunch of characters and random numbers and letters. Thankfully, they've switched to a more user-friendly format and given us handles. So my YouTube channel for children's books can be found at youtube.com/@Aaron Deines voice actor.
And so what are you doing in those, Aaron?
I am reading my daughter's favorite books.
Wow.
She's we don't do too much sit down reading 10 books at a time anymore.
Uh-huh.
But I know the ones that she always loved. So I think we've got around a dozen on there now. I've got a few more that I need to slap together and put on there. I mean, carefully curate and put on there. So yeah, it just includes the pages, and then my recorded audio track with that.
Yeah, that is awesome. Any singing going on there?
Um, did I do any singing?
There's hope for you yet. I think
I
you're
haven't.
thinking about it. There's hope.
I haven't done any singing yet, but there are a lot of animal sounds. A lot of animal
Nice.
sounds. Big Red Barn is one of my favorites.
Oh my God.
There's
Aaron, put in the
roosters and
chat for
cows.
put in the chat for me so that I have that. I definitely
You
gonna
got
have
it.
to, of course, go on and
will.
take a listen. Okay, perfect. So let's talk about hobbies. What are your hobbies?
I have a lot. I know they mentioned carnivorous plants, and that is probably my most obsessive hobby.
Uh-huh.
I've got a lot of plants, mostly the outdoor varieties. It's called Sarracenia for all the fellow nerds out there.
Uh-huh.
It's the American pitcher plant. They're beautiful. They're varied. It's very varied. There's a lot of different types, a lot of different colors. They're very fun, very easy actually, and they grow perfectly here in the Western Washington and West Coast.
Yeah. And where did that passion come from?
Well, like we all say in the nerdy carnivorous plant groups that I'm a part of, it all starts with a Venus flytrap. And for many people, it's picking up one of those little sickly looking things at a home improvement warehouse and bringing it home and promptly killing it, and then figuring out, what did I do wrong? So then, just like anything, a lot of research, a lot of trial and error, but they're pretty easy. Just got to keep them outside all the time in as much sun as possible, and don't let them dry out.
And then you're good to go.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that is awesome. So what's something that very few people know about you?
Yeah. Well, probably all the different jobs I had when I was much younger. But I would probably say, oh gosh, I had a good one. And it was when I was driving my daughter to school. I'm like, oh, at a stoplight, I'm gonna write this down. But I'll give you another one. I used to run a hot dog stand, and it was easily the most fulfilling job of my life. It was so great. It was so great because the simplicity of a hot dog cannot be overstated. But that's what makes it so great. It's the most, maybe neck and neck with pizza, but it's so customizable. You can make it your own. And I did not think we were going to be talking about hot dogs, but this is great.
This is fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we specialized in Chicago dogs, the Chicago dog, and Italian beef, which is I don't know if you have one of those, but it's a roast beef sandwich. Put it in a bun, and you take the whole thing and you dunk it in beef broth, basically in au jus, and that's how it's served, with some stuff called giardiniera on it. It's kind of like a pickled, spicy veggie medley, and
oh my gosh. Well, if I would have came out to your hot dog stand, I'm the one that just wants a dog in the bun, nothing else. And I remember going to, I think it was Dick's for a hamburger, and I asked for a plain hamburger, and they says, yeah, no, we don't do plain hamburger. Go somewhere else. So,
one way or the highway.
There's one way or the highway. We got that special sauce, and you got to come here to get it the way it's made. I think that came from, because my mom, when we were growing up, we were eating on the run all the time, and we'd split it. My little sister and I would split a Happy Meal because our financial situation was a little challenging, but she'd always order on plain because she didn't want us to make a mess in the car. So to this day, I don't like ketchup. I don't like mustard. I don't like relish. I don't like anything. I don't want any au jus. I don't want any chili on my dog. Nothing. Just plain old plain.
It's amazing how much we are molded by our childhood experiences.
So true. So on that note, not a question that I had on the list, but how were you molded by your childhood?
Well, man, I know we don't have that much time left, but I like deep dives
Yeah.
most of the time. Uh, but my parents divorced when I was 6, and I was basically the head of the household. At least that's how I
Wow.
felt, for the rest of my life. So um, that puts a lot of pressure on a person, even if you don't know it's happening. Um, so I think that's really molded me the most. Just
Yeah.
not having not having perhaps the support that would have that I would have liked.
Yeah. And I like how you shout out that you don't even recognize that it's happening, because a lot of it really takes until our adulthood, and some never figure it out to really be able to connect those dots. So as a parent, really paying attention to your children and listening to where their challenges are, and listening to where their success and where they're having fun at, so you can really bring some of those things in to help through the challenges.
Mhm.
Watching and monitoring what your child's going through, and then any big decision or any big change that happens that it's going to alter um, their experience, really being able to help walk through that definitely is important. But if not, we are the people we are because of the struggles that we went through childhood, right? So it's a benefit on the other side once you can connect those dots. So,
Mhm.
Aaron, what is your dream voiceover project?
Dream voiceover project would be working on a Disney animated movie. I think that would
Ah,
be the funnest thing in the world. Because doing what I do typically is it's kind of one thing. Um, of course, there's some variation, but you're not doing voices of animals. You're not singing show tunes, which I would love. But yeah, I would say that Disney animated movie.
yeah. So, what are you doing right now that can help get you in that direction, Aaron?
Uh,
What is one thing that
well,
you could do to push
totally,
you?
completely honestly, I'm not doing anything to do that right now because, like we spoke earlier in the show, when you're building your business in a certain way, um, and you have a plan in place from the beginning, you need to focus on
Yeah.
things that are going to get you there.
Yeah.
And as cool as being in a Disney animated movie would be, that's not that's it's a
Down
big
the road.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I always say, you need to work in the moment and
Mhm.
really do what you need to do in the moment. And that's what Aaron's advice and what he's sharing. But also, we always want to have that dream out there and a visualization of what it looks like down the road as well. Focus on the moment now, drawing from the past of what's going to help you right now, and also use the future and your future dreams to help you right now, regardless of what that looks like. So, Aaron, as we're wrapping up the show, anything that you would like to leave with my listeners, or as I'm wrapping up my time with you, anything that you'd like to leave with my listeners?
Sure. I would say definitely check out my YouTube channel, Aaron Deines. You can just search for AARONDEINES in YouTube, and that'll bring up the channel. Um, yeah, it's for those people. I mainly made these to uh, help parents who maybe are a little too overwhelmed at night, and maybe some people who maybe rely more on their phones or devices or things like that, where they can just be like, man, my day has been one from somewhere I don't want to go, and I'm just going to put my phone down here and play these stories so my little kid can relax and get sleepy and go to bed.
That is so beautiful. Well, Aaron, thank you so much for all that you're doing for our children and our grandbabies
Mhm.
to make their experience in their life, especially at a really young age, where that is molding them for their future, their confidence, their ability to dream what their life is going to be. Storytelling is a powerful thing. And when you have an expert in that space that can really bring those stories to life for our children, thank you for all that you do, Aaron.
Well, I appreciate your time today, Tina. Thanks for having me on. It's
You're
been my
very
pleasure.
welcome. Look forward to having you back again.